Peace and blessings, my beautiful people from the beautiful city of Atlanta, Georgia. If you look at my face, you'll see why I'm smiling. I'm just so happy. And I got something I have to address today. I'm laughing because what I'm going to tell you is very funny, yet serious, but it's very comical what just happened to me. But it's happened about a month ago. But I had to pray about it and figure out how I'm going to address the issue before I just go into details and start talking. But I greet all of you guys in the beautiful name of Yahushua HaMashiach. When I say Yahushua, I mean the name of Jesus. In the English, in the Hebrew, it's Yahushua HaMashiach, okay? The Paleo Hebrew. But I greet you in his name and in the name of our God the Father. Some people say God. I say Yahuwah in the name of Yah. And I hope you guys are doing well. Listen, there is a scam artist on the loose. And I'm not even going to say his name on my platform. You know why? Because wicked, selfish people. I'm gonna go a step further. This is a racist man too. Wicked person from New Zealand. He just has a bunch of lies and clickbait. He just says things and they don't have facts. People like that, I don't give them the platform. I don't give them the satisfaction of even saying their name. Okay. And one thing I've learned as a minister and as a YouTuber, never feed into the negative energy, the negative stuff. Now, the reason I'm making the video, guys, I want to address him so you guys can kind of figure out who he is. And if you can tell me who he is and you guys can inbox me or send me an email, I will give you a free vacation voucher, okay? I have these vouchers. I've had them for like 7 years. Basically, with the voucher, what you can do is you can go to places like Dubai or, you can go to Bali. You can go to Tokyo, Japan, New York City, anywhere you want to go, but you'll have to pay your own taxes, pay for the taxes for the room, and then you'll pay for the airfare. So what you would get is like a $2,000 5-night stay at a nice hotel, and you'll pay like $200 for the taxes, and then you have access to that facility to stay there for that night when you go over there. So I'm gonna give you guys, any one of you just say, hey man, Jimmy, I know who this guy is. Please send me my ticket to go overseas and my voucher, and I will send it to you. Okay. Now let's get started. This gentleman just came out of nowhere. I mean, and I should have saw it coming. But when you're doing business and you have integrity, you keep your mindset and the way you do things at a certain level of integrity, you never stoop for anyone. But every now and then you'll have a troll, you'll have, a sexist or a racist or a wicked or a disrespectful person, any kind of evil, because they're all evil to me, right? They'll come on your platform or they'll tell lies about you for more than one reason. Now, the thing about social media, the crazy thing about it is people want clicks based on negativity. And from what I'm understanding, Google, Facebook, all of them, they thrive on negative energy. That's how they make so much money. It's hard to get truth out, but when a lie gets out and it spreads like wildfire, people are all over it, right? Well, in this case, this gentleman, what he does, he calls himself the scam buster, all right? He goes after, so-called fraudulent men like myself, people that are trying to help other people come up, coaches and mentors or other companies that he feels like that are scamming other people. He's the one that goes and investigates them. He's the law, right? What I find interesting about this guy, though, one clue. You ready for the first clue? He's out of the country of New Zealand. So he had the audacity to put out a video about me and my wife, my lovely queen, and said that we are fake coaches and mentors and we're misleading people. So what he does, he goes and gets some information, part of it, part truths, and goes and tells everybody he's busting us down. He's catching us. He's going to report us to the law and to the FBI and to all these people, right? I listened to what he said. He said, I've already contacted the IRS about him. Now he's in New Zealand now. So he's going to tell me that he's going to bring me down and call the IRS in my country, right? Don't know anything about me. And he went on my platform, gathered all of my different videos and compiled a series of videos about scam artist Jimmy, And what's interesting about it is, what he does is, by virtue of you clicking and going to his website, when he calls me a scam artist and many others, you watch his content, he gets paid for you clicking on his content. So what am I going to tell you guys to do? If you find out who this person is, don't give him the satisfaction. You can go to his page, but don't click on anything. All right? Don't harass him, because I'm not a cyber bully. And that's what this guy's trying to do. But I got something for him. He's messed with the wrong guy. I'm not afraid of him. All right? I like to come after bullies, people that try to hurt other people that cannot defend themselves. And I went to his page when he did it. People started, one of my followers sent me the link. Jimmy, this guy is calling you out and all this. I said, I don't care if he calls me out, but I went to his page and looked at what he said. He goes after companies that he didn't even really know much about. Like some of the stuff is dumbfounded, it's not factual. So I started digging and watching the guy and doing some research. I Googled him. Come to find out, he was a Jehovah's Witness. That's a certain sect of religion. Not knocking the Jehovah's Witnesses. That's not why I made the video. But he was excommunicated for crazy behavior. So he's no longer part of that sect. A lot of people in his family had died on him. Some bad things happened to him. So he's depressed and just out of all of that, he decided he's going to go and make himself a judge of everybody and a jury, and said, here's what he said. He worked for the New York Times. Now, is it true? I don't know. But to be a journalist, listen, look, guys, you got a lot of people that say they're journalists. They're not. They did a couple of articles for someone, but they're not a real journalist, right? So this guy, he stands on the fact that he worked for the New York Times and he did all these stories and he dedicated his life to bringing people down. Come to find out, the guy is a psychopath. Again, that's one clue. From New Zealand, psychopath, excommunicated from the Jehovah's Witnesses church. Okay, he's a scam artist by virtue of calling you a scam, so you can go and investigate. So he makes money on clicks on YouTube. That's how he's making his money. All right. This gentleman, in closing, I'm not going to talk too much about him. He used to come on some of our platforms when we did private Zoom calls for BG Wealth. So the video he made was saying that we misled people with BG Wealth. Although Queen Arlene and I, we went in, we built a huge team and all that stuff before we found out what they were doing, and we took money out of our pockets to help them get signed up. He's telling everybody we stole money from people, right? But what he used to do, he used to come on not just mine, but some other people. He'd come on our Zoom calls and just causing an uproar, complaining and being disrespectful and swearing and cursing. And whenever we told him to leave and kicked him off, I'll never forget one night, he was saying some wicked things on there. And I rebuked him. I said, devil, get off of here. Because he was acting like a devil. Let me tell you guys something. This is a spiritual fight we're in. The Bible says we don't wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principality and power and spiritual wickedness in heavenly places. So when the demons like that take a person over, their mind is gone. So I rebuked him. I told him to get off the platform. Do you know what he did? You know what this man did? This is how I knew he's racist. He started typing the N-word in the chat and across the screen. He had some kind of software where he could type and write on the screen, N-word this and N-word that. Yes, this guy. So that's the clues I'm going to give you. From New Zealand, racist by virtue of his actions, okay? Oh, racist is a strong word. Prejudice is a better word. Because a racist person has to have actual authority to oppress you. He don't have no authority to oppress me here in this country because he's over there, right? So he is a racist, all right? Psychopath, all right? Excommunicated with the Jehovah's Witnesses church, all right? And here's the last thing. He has a history of trying to cyber-bully people when he don't get what he wants. He did this to several other people and they came against him and he lost his mind. He's one of these people, guys, the bullies, let me tell you something about a bully. The bully is the weakest person in the room. Let me say that again. The bully is the weakest person in the room because if you feel that you can attack someone and control them and hurt them by virtue of how you look and how big you are, and because you know something, you're going to take that and use that against them and try to make them your slave or make them your footstool. And you don't pick on somebody your own size, somebody that you can talk to face, you're a coward. The internet did one thing to people, and I think it's a bad thing. As much as I love social media, it has created more cowards than I've ever seen. Racist, sexist, I'm talking neo-Nazi, I'm talking about all of them, right? And I'm talking about prejudice on both sides, right? Weak people can hide behind a keyboard and won't tell you nothing to your face to face, because they're a coward, and that's what he is. And so, sir, if you see my video, you're a coward. You're a puss. You're weak. Okay? Now, you guys know me to be this positive guy, but there are times when a person like that comes in my path, I will address it. If we have two men fighting in a room, trust me, guys, if it's David and Goliath, I'm David every time. Why? Because I follow Yah. I don't look at how big a man is. That doesn't scare me. You can be the biggest thing on the planet, but you can shake and there's no power in you. And I don't want to be on that side. I want to be on the right side of history. So I come in to take off and fight the bully. Why? Because that bully can bully, especially on the internet, thousands of people. So at some point, somebody's got to stand up to that person, right? He or she, whoever they are. And I'm the man for the job today. So, sir, if you see this video, I'm calling you out. You are a psychopath. You're a racist. You're very hateful. You're very sexist. I saw some of the stuff you've done to other women. And you're weak. You're not even on my level. That's why I don't even say your name. But if anyone sees this, you're probably like, dang, Jimmy's pretty pissed off. No. I'm concerned about him being able to keep doing what he's doing. And I'm going to address it because I'm not backing down from a coward. And all those crazy emails you're sending me, and guys, lastly, he sends me a couple of emails saying that he's, sir, he lies about who he is. So he sent me an email as another person saying, I wouldn't mess with this guy over here. He's got power. He has connections. Liar. Liar is what you are, okay? Don't you ever be disrespectful to my wife or myself again. I have attorneys watching you, even though you're in another country. I got somebody on you now. And lastly, some of you have the audacity to come on my channel and say, Jimmy, we're watching you now. You're on my scam radar. I'm talking to you too. There's nothing to see here. I've coached and helped over 5,000 people globally. I'm an apostle of the Most High. I live by what I say. Have I made mistakes? Sure. And I stand on the word. You don't scare me. Go back into that cowardly closet you went back into and hide in there. Everyone watching this, no offense to none of you if that's not you. But if you see this kind of stuff, if you hear things about me and my wife online, come talk to me. All right? Come talk to me. My email is in the chat. It's Jimmy1975@gmail.com. That's my basic personal email. Or you can email me at support@jwcmic.com. This individual needed to be called out, and I did what most people don't want to do. It's an uncomfortable place on the internet. It comes with the good and the bad and the ugly. But you're not going to come on here and scare me away. It's not going to happen. All right? Guys, when you see what I just did, I recommend if you see it happening to you, you take a stand. You say something. The worst thing you can do is say nothing. Dr. King is one of my greatest leaders. He said a threat to justice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. In other words, if you see a racist person, a prejudiced person, or a sexist person somewhere on the planet doing something bad to one person, you need to stop them because that can jeopardize the whole world. It can spread like wildfire. That's how fast lies spread. And I'm telling you, not today, not on my platform, not ever. Not if I got something to do with it. You guys have a peaceful and blessed day. I love you. And I'll see y'all on the next video and at the top. Why? Because it's too crowded down here. Let's get up here together. Shalom, family. Bye-bye.